Hello. So today I'm going to make a video about weird place names because I saw an Instagram video where this guy was like, "Let me tell you about some weird place names in Finnish," and they were really funny. And then I've just been thinking about weird place names. I did have. Hold on one second. And I'm also my room is so cold, so that is why. That is why I am wrapped in a dressing gown and then also an extra jacket because I keep sneezing everywhere. This is Noi. So Noi is another version of me in another timeline where instead of changing his name to Ian when he was 15, he decided to change it to Noi, and then he became an evil sci-fi menace, and he found a time machine, and then he was terrorizing many other versions of me and him in the other timelines, so much so that a few other versions, I'm not one of them obviously because I don't have a time machine, but other versions of me with a time machine, obviously that can go to different timelines, have decided that he was too much of a menace, so they used another sci-fi machine and transferred his consciousness into this, and then they gave it to me as safekeeping. So this is Noi. He is imprisoned for his crimes of time travel and sci-fi, and he will be my co-host today. Well, I don't know if I can put him in a place where you can see. Anyway, he's imprisoned for his crimes. So he will just be here as well today. Okay, let's start. I keep meaning I've been trying to start this video for ages, but then I just keep getting distracted, or also it was really cold, so I just kept sneezing. I look like I feel like I look like I'm trapped in some desolate cabin in the woods. Obviously my room is nice and cozy, but just my whole outfit, and like anyway. Okay, let's begin. So on depressingfinland.tumblr.com, I couldn't be bothered to find the original video. Anyway, this one's more comprehensive. Funny places in Finland. I don't know if I'm going to go over all of them because it's quite a... Oh, that is bright. Anyway, as you can see... Fuck, oh no, those are the reblogs. Well, the list itself is quite long. But also I don't speak Finnish at all. One time though, my grandmother was showing me something on her iPad, and then I was like, how have you changed your Google Chrome to be entirely in Finnish? That was lost on me because, like, sometimes she can't even tap on the home screen. So I'm like, how did you change your settings to Finnish? And I had trouble navigating out of it because I don't speak Finnish. So obviously my pronunciation, I'm gonna butcher it. I don't know if I should pronounce these. Well, anyway, if I do, I doubt any Finnish people are gonna find this because... Why? Yeah. Well, sorry. That makes it sound like Finnish. If any Finnish people do stumble upon this, sorry, but you'll probably find it quite funny because I'm gonna really mispronounce these. Funny places in Finland. So to open up, we'll have some really mild ones, I would say. So, Hankala is difficult. Oh my god, I don't know if I should say these place names. How the fuck would you say this? Hiljaistenmaistenlak Lock or something? The Valley of the Silent Men. Yeah. There's nothing like place names in England, and it's like Bournemouth, Trowbridge, London. And then in Finland you have a place called Stench. Lemu. How did they say it? I don't know. Lemu. Loito, a finding. Naman Niska, next face. Naku Nakahusut leather pants. I generally find it when people pronounce things in a different language and they have a really strong accent, I generally find it quite funny or amusing. Not in like a haha, I'm laughing at you. I just think it's amusing. You know, it's wonderful that people, when we try to say things in different languages, we bring with us our own accents, and it's really hard to say things because, you know, sometimes we don't have those sounds, or these words are unfamiliar and we say them funnily, so. But the thing is, it's like I don't speak Finnish, so I don't know how I'm mispronouncing it. I've never heard of these place names before, but why? This is a dumb tangent I'm on. Anyway, Polja, dumb. That's dumb. I'll just say I'll just say the names because. Oh, that's the thing. I do just like reading things in different languages, though. Even though my pronunciation is shit, I just think it's funny, or amusing. Boat throwing is another place. Water people, toilet rear. Imagine living. Where do you live? Toilet rear. Yeah. Where do you go to school? Booze Hill. Yeah. There's also a place called Tuka. Tuka. Tight. Yeah. Yeah, so the dentist office, it is just, you just have to go through tight, next town over. Yeah. Feeling doomed, visit the following places. Oh, these are gonna be fun. Big Hell's Lake, Long Hell's Lake, Fountain of Death, Gangrene, Hill of Decapitation, Murder Island, Danger of Burglary, Burglary Hill, Poison, Slave Island, Devil's Pocket, Devil's Island. That's actually, to be fair, you know, there's Devil's Kettle. I do love it when there's like devil in a town name. It's great. Finns have named some places very romantically. Varvi, sorry, bad pronunciation. I'll just say them. Okay, coitus, acts of having sex. I like that. People of Varvi. I live in coitus. I live in fuck. Oh, my hometown is sex. Hug Danger or Hug Hill. Hollyvada. Well, apparently the AA is like a long or do I also feel like, sorry, I'm also just seeing how I look in the viewfinder, not the viewfinder, my screen. I feel like my scarf also makes me look like I'm wearing like a knight's what do you call it? Not glinting, what is it? Chainmail. It looks like I'm wearing chainmail. It might not. I might just look certifiably silly, but it's keeping my head warm because in this late autumn, nearly winter time, I'm very cold, hence the whole get up. Warmth. Okay. Dick ditch. Again, a dick. Wait. So, here, I don't know. So I'm so sorry if the Finnish don't do their R's the way the Norwegians do. It's just, I feel like they might do because they're in similar areas. Kirpauja, dick ditch. Ledsi, again, a dick. Let me just, okay. Down dick, gay couch, almost gay couch. What the fuck? So apparently a place called Hinthora. Sorry. I'm so sorry for these horrible pronunciations. It's like, if you try and pronounce it right and you sound worse, that's embarrassing. But you know what? To be cringe is to be free. I'm even messing up that phrase. Look, I don't care, okay? But this place, Hinthara, almost gay crouch. I wonder why it's almost. There's another place called Big Paddle, Mella, okay, Isomellanen, Big Paddle, Mela paddle is also used when talking as a synonym for penis, so big dick. Oh, okay. Isomulku, big dick. Keskimuku, middle dick. Kirpauja, dick ditch. I did say that earlier. Kivsjärvi, testicle lake. I'm gonna just quickly Google if the Finnish pronounce their. How do the Finnish pronounce? How do they pronounce sauna? I want to know. Sorry, sauna. In Finnish, sauna is pronounced sauna with the first syllable rhyming with a word for a female pig. Sauna. Sauna. How do Finlanders? Okay, sorry, that's off topic. How do they pronounce the letter J? It is like Y. Okay. See. My phone might die at any point because sometimes it tells me how many minutes left I have in my storage, but when I started recording it didn't tell me, so I might just cut out at any point. Sorry. You know, these videos are way more for me to watch back in the future, just because I find myself very funny, so I'm very sorry for anyone who knows me in person and you see this video. I mean, I doubt anyone's made it. It's not even that far ahead. This might go on for a while if my phone doesn't die. If you've made it till the end, you know, you might be in the same. Who else is in the audience? Me in the future. So you're sharing an audience with a future me, and only that, because I see no reason why you would watch this other than to enjoy these delightfully strange names. I'm sorry, I could be going on a lot faster, but I'm taking my time because I'm enjoying myself. I think if I was to be cloned, actually no, that wouldn't work, because if I was cloned, then even if I just walked through a replicator, and not like a clone as in like, oh, they just have the same genetic material as me and they look the same as me, but as in if I met just straight up another version of me, I would have such a great time. We would be now, yes, like we would be hanging out, drinking a, you know, cream soda each, maybe, watching like, I don't know, X-Files. I've been watching that and I'd just be having a great time. Me when I was 16, I was probably miserable. If I'd met myself when I was 16, I don't know, man. Well, to be fair, that there would have definitely been times where if I met myself, I would have fucking sicked myself on myself. I would have fucking lunged, fucking kicked myself in the head. There's something there to be said about mental health. But right now, what would you do if you met yourself, but if yourself was like another version of you that doesn't look like you, but it's the same version of you? Like you was, like, you know how sometimes, like, this is like spiritual, I guess. If you were, like, you as a person, you have a soul, and if you met another version of you which had the exact same soul but like a different upbringing or a different face, different body, ethnicity, nose, voice, height, would you get on with them? You would, though, because that's what a kindred spirit is, I guess. But then what if, like, you met someone and they were exactly, this is off topic, Dick Island, little dick, penis back, glands rear, upper dick. So I gotta say, apparently, let me Google this, let me fact check myself. In the comments, someone was like, of that Instagram video, they were like, oh yeah, this is because, the Swedes came over to Finland and they were like, let me find the thing before I talk out of my ass. Oh, place names. Place names considered unusual. This is a Wikipedia page that is exactly. I wasn't even looking for that, but I will look at that in a minute. Okay. Swedish. So apparently it's because, um, hmm. So one thing someone proposed was that when Swedish map makers were like, tell us the names of your hometowns, we're gonna put you on a map. I don't know if it was like if they invaded or if they colonized or if they were they had power over Finland at some point, but the Swedes were like, yeah, so map makers are here, give us your names, and the Finnish were like, let's fuck with these Swedish dickheads. And then they just gave him a bunch of names like, you know, like fucking Dick, Middle Dick. I don't know if all of them are because of that, and I can't. You know, I could spend some time. I could spend some time fact checking this. Maybe I should, but you know, I'm making this video because honestly, to be fair, I'm making this video just because I watched that one little video and my brain was like, it's time to explore this, but in an hour long. This will be an hour long because it's only 16 minutes in, but I assure you, as long as my phone doesn't die, I'll probably end up talking to an hour. I'm learning to be able to enjoy my own company, and then sometimes that means being certified. Did I already say that earlier? Being verifiably silly. I'm enjoying this look. Maybe I should get some chainmail, because like I don't know. Obviously, like a proper chainmail would be kind of pricey, but what if I got like a bunch of like Pepsi Cola cans and then just took all the tabs off and made that would take a lot of time. Does it say why? Does it say why? Well, okay, apparently another reason is because this is Finland. The tourist website, like this is, and then Finland in all caps. Finland! So Norway is my favorite country. I've always loved Norway. Ever since I watched the show Skam, and then subsequently I watched the show Lovleg, I was like, I love Norway purely because of these two shows, and then also the singers Aurora and Sigrid, just really, I love them. I don't know anything about Norwegian culture, history, don't know anything about Norway. It's purely the vibes. And also that there's a town, just butcher the name, I think Sandane. Could be, I don't know what it is, I don't know how you fucking say it. That town, again, purely because of the show Love Leg was set there, I want to go there. Someday into the future, if I have enough money, I'm going to get myself to Norway, and then I'm going to get myself into that town, and I'm just going to stand somewhere in that town. Sometimes in the past, years ago, when I was in secondary school, I would just, I would just go on Google Maps, and I would walk around on Google Maps around the town, and I would just go like, imagine being here. Imagine living in this little town or just visiting. That would be so nice. One day I'm gonna find myself there, and I'm gonna have a great time. It might be a moment of self-actualization or like personal achievement or spiritual connecting with the universe in a deeper way, because I've come to this place that's always meant so much to me. I don't know, or I might feel nothing. I don't know. But anyway, one day I'm gonna get there. But today, purely because I saw that video where the guy was like, here's some weird Finnish names, and I'm just like, something's unlocked. I doubt Finland is gonna become my favorite place, but I might just look more into Finland. I don't know anything about Finland other than the language is kind of cool. The spoken language kind of sounds like ooh, I don't want to offend any Finnish people actually, so I'm not gonna say that. Now you know what, I am gonna say it. It sounds like Simlish. I don't mean it in a mean way, sorry. Finnish translate. Google Translate. Um, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this.
Olen kermasoodan suuri fani.
Oh my god. This is so much fun. You're watching me just. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you know what? I don't like editing. I can't be bothered to edit, so. Sorry. It's like we're body doubling. You could just, like imagine I'm hanging out with you and you could use this time to scroll on your phone, probably. Dual activity. Or, I don't know, tidy your dresser. Or you could clear up your photos, Google Photos, or your iPhone photos. Oh my god, I'm so jealous of people with iPhones because one, camera quality is better. And also your storage, you have so much storage, my god. And meanwhile, obviously my little Samsung phone, storage isn't great, and then I use Google Photos, and I have to constantly be like deleting shit, and I wish I had more storage, but I'm not going to pay for more storage because I don't want to. I would rather not pay for storage, to be honest. Do you think at some point the world can run out of space for information? Like, you know how if you have a computer, it can like, you can like, what am I trying to say? Run out of storage and then you can't take any more pictures, or like when you have a Word document, and one of my Word documents right now has 62,000 words, and it's gotten to a point, and this has happened with another, this is the second version of the same Word document. It got to the point where the Word document had so many words that it would take like 30 seconds to load, and then one time it failed to load and I thought I lost the Word document, but it was fine. So now I've started a third version of it. But I wonder, how does information exist in like, because like there's so much information, and also like I don't know if is it like a philosophical thing, or is it like a like it's also a biological thing in a way, because information is like electricity or like electricity passing between is it neurons or synapses, like jumping between little biological things in your head, and that's how information is stored in your brain. And like, can the human brain like run out of storage? Like, can you store, how much information can you store in a human brain? How much information can you store in a dog's brain? Could you use a person as an SD card? Like, if you figured out how to hook up someone's brain, because they're doing this now, aren't they? Like they're you know what I found out recently, they mapped out like a fly's brain. They mapped out all of the neurological structures. Sorry, I'm not as into biology as I was before, so but so that means that we're one step closer to having like a really much more comprehensive understanding of how the human brain works, because it's obviously like translating, scanning a fly's brain and mapping all of it isn't gonna directly translate to doing it to a human brain, because it's so, but we're getting closer. But anyway, once we have the technology to you know what, that's too sci-fi. I'm just, in broad strokes, if you used a human brain as an SD card, how much information? I wonder if I can Google this. If you use a human brain as an SD card, how much information can you store? How much data is DNA? How much data can DNA hold? in terms of like gigabyte or whatever. Does it tell me? I don't like that they're giving us the AI or overview. I don't like AI. AI pisses me off. Yeah, complicated, whatever. People can have discussions about AI, like the ethics, the uses. Yeah, obviously AI can be pretty fucking useful, but fundamentally AI, in some ways, really creeping me out. But obviously it can be really useful, like to detect cancer and stuff. Converted to digital media, a diploid genome, I don't know what that is, can store 1.5 gigabytes of data. And now consider that the human body consists of 100 billion cells. Since DNA has the ability to encode 2 bits per nuke. This is why I didn't do biology. This is why I didn't continue with biology. I did biology at A level because I was like, I freaking love animals, man, and sometimes cells are pretty cool. But then I think I was having a mental breakdown during my, like, exam times. Didn't show up to some of my biology exams, I think. So I didn't really pursue it anymore. Imagine, in another life, I stuck with biology. I probably would have gone into entomology because I've always been a big fan of bugs. Like, not right now as much, but I was looking at my podcasts last night just to figure out what podcasts I like to listen to. And, yeah, so there's one podcast I've been listening to, like, literally, basically every day for, like, 2 months now. And it's, you know, I think with media, when you first engage with a piece of media, you know, the way we engage with media, you can do it either just very casually, very platonically, you know, you can engage with it, like, well, not to say that platonicism, is that a real word? Like, being platonic and is lower than being romantic. I just realized this makes me look like I have a giant belly. I feel like a polar bear. I'm boy preggers. And my mother is subscribed to my YouTube channel. Oh my god. Anyway, you didn't hear that. I was talking about podcasts. So, this podcast I was listening to for 2 months. It's about Stephen King books and the new relationship energy I had with this podcast. Oh, the chemistry I had with this podcast. Like, I literally just could not stop listening to it. It was so good. Like, all the hosts had this great energy together. They were also, like, so comfortable, like, and so chilled out, and it was great energy. I loved the podcast. I still really like it. It's probably going to be one of my favorites. But the new relationship energy has worn off. So now I'm starting to listen to other podcasts when I'm going to sleep, walking places. But, so last night I was thinking, what should I listen to? I did go back and listen to an episode of Arthropod. Arthropod! Go listen to Arthropod, it is so good. They often say, like, is it this podcast or another podcast? They often say, like, oh, you know, go, tell people, oh no, I'm thinking of another podcast. The Hank Green one, SciShow Tangents, also very good, very funny. I love SciShow Tangents. I haven't listened to SciShow Tangents in probably 6 months. Yeah, probably. There was a period of time where I listened to a lot of science podcasts. Yeah, like, we've been, like, everyone has been so many different versions of themselves. It's crazy because when I was, I don't know when, but there, you know, if you traveled back in time and met me at a different version of, at a different point, you know, like, or if you know, if everyone's experience of life is like a TV show and you went back to, like, season 4, because right now we're in, like, season 6? I don't know what season we're in. Anyway, to, like, an older version of me, a younger version of me, I would have been like, yeah, you ask me what's on your mind, I'd be like, parasitic wasps. Like, I could tell you exactly what I was thinking about, and there was a point in time, you know what, like, there's a show called Travelers, and it's really good. It's about time travel, and you basically have this premise of teams of time travelers that are trying to move the timeline into a better direction because the future that they come from is really fucked. But again, it's like the biggest time travel paradox, right? Of like, well, if you're coming from the future to fix the past and you succeed, then the future that you existed in never would have existed. So how could you have come from the future? Because, it's like, it's a paradox. It doesn't work. I think the only way time travel works, which is when I've been thinking a lot about time travel recently, which is obviously why, Noi is here. So, you can't change, unless there is this thing I saw on Tumblr. I do love Tumblr. If you have a Tumblr, drop me your Tumblr. Whoever's watching, because I would love to follow more people on Tumblr. One of my new friends at college, basically, is the reason I'm back on that hellscape. I never really engaged with Tumblr in a meaningful way. I just had an account, and I would purely use it to save Hosier gift sets at one point, and then I stopped using it for years, and now I write dumb little dialogues. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Tumblr. Yeah, I saw something on Tumblr. I've seen so many things on Tumblr. What did I see specifically? Oh boy, oh boy. This isn't. I was talking about weird places in Finland. I'm sorry. If you were here for the weird place names, I will get back to it. I was talking about. Anyway, if you have a bad relationship with yourself, I think everyone should write more, take more photos, record videos more, like not even necessarily of yourself, of your environment, of the people around you, of the place you live, your place of work, like write about it, archive your experience there in some way, and everyone does it differently. Maybe you could collage more, right? Like collage using magazines or receipts or whatever. I just think a lot of people go through life without, which is like, fair enough, like you have Buddhists, I hope they're Buddhists, I might be getting it wrong, but monks at these remote places will do those beautiful like sand mandalas, I think that's what they're called, and then they just spend a long time on these things, and then they just brush it away, or they get rid of it, and they, they'll never see it again, and you're not allowed to take pictures of it, because the whole point is that, you create something so beautiful, and you see it with your eyes, and then it's gone. It's like when you're a rock in a lake, the water passes by you, and then that same water, or that, like, the river never passes the rock in the same way. It's always completely new, and in a way, if you live life just being present and experiencing each moment as it is, like, yeah, that's really chill. And some people never record anything, and they can be very happy, and they don't feel the need to, because, I don't know, maybe just they don't see a reason, they don't see a point, but not everyone is the same. Not everyone is the same, and some people are more sentimental than others, and I think most people are more sentimental. Like, yeah, if you're one of those people, like if you're, I don't know if that's a very Taoist thing, but when I was listening to the Tao Te Ching, like, I feel like one of the people who wrote it, or some of those guys, they'd be like, yeah, man, if they were existed now, they're like, yeah, I don't take pictures, I don't journal, I don't take videos, I don't have keepsakes, maybe that's I'm sorry, I'm so rambling, I'm just completely fucking rambling. You have some people who just live life and they don't care about memories because, what idea am I trying to get to here? Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Some of them are not sentimental, they don't need it, they feel like it's pointless. You're living in the past. But living in the past can be fucking wonderful, man, because the past is where all the good shit is. Like, obvious, because the future, I don't know what the future is, okay, it's an abyss that we will experience at one point. We will get there. Yes, we will get there, and I'm excited for the future, but I also enjoy the past very much, and I think everything is the past. Every piece of music, literature, poetry, fucking pottery, everything, every single thing we have is all a a figment of our, you know, collective memory in some way, you know? Like this fucking hat, it's in a way, this hat, this laptop, my glasses, the song I was listening to, they're all in the past. It's all, you know, we're all archaeologists every single day. We pick up things, we engage with things, we dig up shit in our closet, we look up shit on the internet. All of this was made in the past. We're constantly living in the past. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with being nostalgic, and because there's not one true thing, just like the nature of how things work, obviously, because until time travel happens, everything in existence that is material right now, they're all remnants of the past. It's just like how long, and is it like, is a thing that is in everyone's past or your past specifically, like the difference between like a birthday card your ex-boyfriend gave you versus like a stong versus a stong that the Beatles made, you know? It's like some things are in everyone's past or in a big number of people's past, and some things are just for you. What the fuck is my point? Like, just write things down, man. Start writing a diary. Just fucking write a diary. Like, you in 12 years is gonna be like, holy fuck, I'm so grateful to, you know, past me. I'm constantly grateful to past me for writing diaries, keeping notes, having notebooks, having like journals, pictures, photos, that's the same thing, videos. Like, I you know, there was a time when I was really mentally not well. There have been many times I've been mentally unwell, but one of the times, more recently, I deleted my entire Google Photos, just everything in so yeah, like the Google Photos associated with one of my email accounts, I deleted everything. Luckily, I've always been a smart aleck, is that what they call it? I've always been a little not a genius, but you know, purely because I refuse to pay for storage again. I did at one point, but then I stopped because I was like, Ian, what are you doing? You can't afford this. I have many different email accounts for different functions. You know what? I'm so afraid of getting hacked. Oh my god. And you know what, now that I've said this, now I'm even more afraid of getting hacked, because what if someone evil watches my videos and decides to hack me, or just me putting it into the universe that I'm afraid of it's gonna happen. But anyway, I'm going to manifest that no one hacks my accounts, or that I will keep my passwords safe, and I should change my passwords actually, so I should do that, and I should practice good internet hygiene and security. But yeah, anyway, I do have different email accounts with different Google Drives and photos, so I can like spread out my storage. Good hack, actually. So but you know, at the end of the day, I deleted years of photos and videos that I'll never get back. I regret that very much. Now it's like I can't do anything about it, obviously. However, I've always been a genius. Like, I do still have memories from those years because I have a spam Instagram where I've been posting consistently for a long time. Not everything. There are some videos that are just gonna be, and then also I've uploaded videos to my YouTube, like a series of videos from a period of my life that brings me so much joy, and I can look back at those. I think the internet can be such a wonderful place because we can upload videos and like, you know, it can be either for other people to see as well, or it can be private, unlisted. If you're a very private person, then I think, you know, uploading stuff there can be good. That's the thing, I have an idea. I haven't done all of this yet. I have ideas of fail-safes of like, I want to have obviously my spam as one way to preserve information. I have my diaries, my digital diaries to preserve, and then I've also, you know what I've fucking done? You know what, I'm not gonna get an opportunity to show this again. No one, if you're ever around my place, don't find this book and look through it because it's shady. It's full of, like, horribly cringy embarrassing information. But maybe one day when I look back at this video I'll regret this very much, but this is so fucking off topic, man. Oh my god, I'll get back on topic anyway, but I like talking. You know what sucks? So I ordered this, and this guy, like, he got fucking spaghetti sauce or something, because I was like, I don't know, I don't really need anything on the cover. I didn't have an image in mind, so I just got it black, and it's literally just my diary from that time period. Yeah, cringe! Shouldn't have done that. My quality's bad, you'll not be able to see any words, but, anything interesting? Oh yeah, and I was like, there's a picture I'm looking for in here because I was like, oh, I don't want it to be printed in color, and then he printed it in color anyway. It was an accident, so I accidentally got a little bit of color in here, which is chill. But he did get like a stain on my thing. This is so risky. I'm gonna try and show you a picture without showing you the words. Well, you know what? You're not even gonna see what that is. But anyway, you don't have to be obsessive as archiving information as I am, and I'm sure like there are some people who are even more obsessive or more detailed, more thorough. I do it to the extent that I feel like I need to, that I want to. Sometimes I do want to do more, sometimes I'm like, I could do less, but I know in the end, like, I'd rather have more information than not. I'd rather have more to work with than less, you know? And I look back at this, this period of time, and so much fucked up shit happened in with my head. Also a lot of wonderful things, but future me would have no idea the specifics or even some of the events, because if I didn't write them down, like for me, it's like if I don't write it down, it didn't happen. It's as simple as that in terms of my memory, because human memory is so fallible, right? Are there any funny nuggets in here? Oh my god. The world is ending. Let me be on it a little while longer. I just want... Falling in love with your best friend, the falling in love with your best friend trope is so overrated. Yeah, it hurts and it's just as dramatic. Oh my god. So much of this is so... Where the fuck are the bugs coming from? Please not from the plants. I think that was from my room. Why? Oh my god. Me in a few months, what do you think? What did I think? Time travel and all. You can't change the past. The lore is canon. 24 of January, February, March. Sorry, I still don't know my months. 24th of March, 2024. No, it's not. 2024? That's this year. I don't know, when did I order this? I thought this was... Huh. Continued... Okay. Yeah, this is... I don't know why I'm reading you my dumb fucking diary, but, hey, I know I will find this amusing in a few months. I find myself very amusing sometimes. Me in a few months, what do you think? What am I talking about? Is manifesting real? I've bumped into insert person and insert person, old coworker, and I've seen insert person's mum, and I saw other people. Or is it just a small town? And coincidences? Or is it fate? Who will I bump into again? Oh, it is just a small town. And you know, when you live places, you do just bump into people. But you know what's so funny? Today, speaking of people, I bumped into his mother's old college flatmate. I was at a thing, and then I was like, and she was very nice. Like, there were all these old people, and they were all so lovely, and I was like, oh, and they were like, you know, how did you find it? And I was like, oh, so lovely. It was a chill community thing. It was like a, I don't want to say what it is. No, it's so suspicious. I've walked myself into a trap. I was not going to tell anyone about this because it feels very personal to me. I went to a Quakers meeting, and it was just very fucking peaceful. There's a secret. It's a very spiritual thing, because I'm just afraid that if I talk about it too much. Anyway, we're 45 minutes in. If you're still watching this, I don't know who the fuck you are. Either you're Ian, obviously. There's one person watching, future Ian. Yeah, if you're watching, then you're either someone who's very close to me and you don't mind my ramblings, or you're an internet stranger who's had this video on and you've forgotten to click off. But anyway, so you're not gonna care, so it's fine. My secret's safe with you, I hope. That I went to a Quaker meeting. I don't know. It just feels like, I feel like what is my fear? That if I talk about it, then it will become another thing that I am just, what's the word? Like, it's just another thing that I don't follow through with. And for me, like, I don't know, the way I feel about being a Taoist is like, I'm not gonna find a fucking Taoist temple anywhere near. I'm in Bradford and Avon, okay? And I just haven't found the time to seriously research Taoism, and I will, and I should. Like, the way I connect with it is that I just listen to the Tao Te Ching sometimes. I hope in the future Ian, if you're watching, let me know, comment below. Like, it would be so cool to, like, communicate with like, your future self, you know? Like, if I ask you a question right now, like, Ian, are you wearing long... Do you have long hair again? Or do you have short hair? Time travel's not real, because future Ian did not just telepathically beam me the answer into my head. Well, I mean, obviously time travel is real, because I've got Noi here, who's 100%, you know, a plush toy with the consciousness of me from a different timeline where he became evil and power hungry and destroyed the lives of countless other versions of me, in an effort to create chaos. And is entropy? I don't know what entropy is. Anyway, Noi, he's been put on permanent timeout from doing sci-fi crimes. Future Ian, read back this diary. Some of it's fucking insane. Some of it's just really obsessive and upsetting and not cool. Just sometimes I read this line and this one's nice. Who sent this to me? Did she say this to me? I hope you find what you're looking for, in quote marks. I hope we all find what we're looking for. I know I will. The question is how soon, when, and who. Have I found what I'm looking for? I found more people who are what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is found family. What I'm looking for is a cello, and I have a cello. I was looking through my diary last night because I was like, I was looking for a specific time. I was like, when did I start listening to Billy Martin? Because her music's amazing. And you know how I mentioned that new relationship energy with a podcast? The new relationship energy I had with Billy Martin's music. Oh, fucking hell, man, I'm paralleled. Oof, woof. Now I listen to her music and it's really nice, but it's just not that same feeling. It's like, anyway, I'm off track. I'm always off track. This is so off track, man. I've got 10 minutes left. This is probably gonna be longer than an hour. is that? Who am I talking to? Oh. Oh boy. See, anyway, you should write diaries because then your relationships can be in a way preserved better than if it was just in your head. You know, like when you see those flowers that are encased in resin, or you know when people have a pendant and it's like a piece of lavender or like a rose petal or a little daisy in resin or something. You know, like yeah, obviously some people feel that with every relationship that's passed, whatever nature it was, you just let it go. Often romantic, you just let it go. And I like my memories, thank you very much. There's a reason I was in love with them, either romantically or I loved them platonically or familially or even spiritually or altruistically. Like there was a reason. And yes, they may hate me now or they're not in my life for whatever reason. I would just like to be able to connect with that memory in some way, and having it written down, it's I don't know, it just makes it easier. This person used to be who I would call if I was having a bad day, or who I would think of. I remember someone asked me, or I was reading something or something came up and they were like, think of a safe space and visual. Actually, literally this morning I was reading a leaflet about a mental health thing, and I was like, they were giving tips on how to manage it, and they said like, one way to ground yourself is to think of actually what they said was think of a physical space that you are that you have good memories of, that feels really good for you. And I remembered my old flat in Bristol that I used to share with someone, and I think of that place, and yes, some things in that, like there are times in that flat where I was a horrible person to my housemate and I was really mentally unwell and I had some mental health moments that were not fun, but otherwise it was a wonderful 6 months that we lived there. It was such a good flat, and I miss that flat, man. Like the person I lived with at that point, like I'm not even gonna talk about her because I have such strong feelings and so much I miss them so much. It's like, what do the French say? Like, what do the French say? Oh my god, my French is so bad. It's like, you are missed to me. It's not I miss you, it's like you are, maybe I just can't fucking speak French anymore. But yeah, it feels like I have a lot of missing for them. But the flat, I have a lot of missing for the flat. Like, my god, that was such a cool place! See, I was walking around my house trying to find something to wear because I was like, my dressing gown isn't doing it. I need extra warmth. And I also was like, oh, I want to wear something on my head. I want to wear like something to keep my head warm. I'm commissioning a balaclava type thing for my friend. I think that will keep my head nice and warm, because right now, obviously, this is unideal because I have to wrap it around my head. That's effort. But if I had a balaclava, I just put it on. It's green as well. I love green. But you know what would be cool if I had like a dress-up box? You know what? That's so underrated. Or so, like, come on. Like when you're a kid and you have a dress-up box, or if you're a theatre kid and you go to college or your course, and in wherever you just have like a fucking room full of costumes and props and shit, and why can't we as a society like normalize dress-up boxes? When I go dress-up corner, like when you go to a party and or like a prom and they have a funky like background and then a camera guy or like a guy with a camera and you have a dress-up box. I just love a good dress-up box. I don't have one because I'm broke and I need to not spend all my money on clothes that I don't usually wear, but if I lived in Bristol still and I still were friends with all the people I used to be friends with, and I was living with someone lovely, I would have a dress-up box. Oh my god, you know what would be so sad? If my phone fucking died, or if what is my battery right now? 37%. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't want to do that, no. I miss my old friends. If I lived with them still, because there's a good chance if I still lived in Bristol now, I would be flat sharing with some of the people I was still friends with. If only, you know, if I didn't have my mental breakdown and I still lived in Bristol, that's what would be happening. But obviously, things happened. Yeah. Aww, and she wants to spend time with me. That's enough. Yeah, I do miss her, but she also said, apparently, she said to a mutual friend, she was like, I think he faked everything. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. You hate me, and I guess I will find new friends. Utility belt. What is your utility belt? Why do I feel like this is... I just feel like this isn't right. What do you mean? Like, okay, so 2022... February 2022. This is my first day living in my own flat in Bristol. And I don't have any commitments. Oh my god, for the time being I have a conditional offer for part-time support worker role. Yeah, I did get that job, I think. Got fired. Wow. So I only started writing in this diary in 2022, right at the beginning. And then when did uni come around? That's wild. I wrote so much while I was at uni, and a lot of it was just... I don't know, man, I have complicated feelings about who I was at that time. Oh yeah, okay, fuck. So apparently this was 10 months. This was 10 months, and this was... I can't do fucking maths, I can't do maths, what the fuck. I genuinely can't do maths. So this is February 2022 till December 2022. And this is December 2022 till about March 2023. So that's not a lot of time at all, but like look, obviously a lot's happened. This is mostly uni and my uni friendship groups stuff, and also mental health stuff and thoughts about things. I am in love with my best friend. I am in love with my other best friend. They are dating each other. None of this is reciprocated. At the time this was true. Next time we'll be moving in together. The drama I put myself in. Oh my god, it's not even drama, it's just silly gay experiences. I remember I was doing the subtitle for the Bristol Ball was ages ago, and I was just I don't know. I was like, I want to do subtitles for them because why not? And the subtitle file got corrupted, and I lost it all. Aww, and this is an earlier conversation with the same person I mentioned earlier. I told them they're like a pillar in my life and they make it better. You're like a leg of my table. Oh, they were like a leg of my table. I want to meet someone at a party and kiss them. Ian, I feel you there, man. See, this is why you should write. This is why you should make notes. Write down your memories. Like, yes, live in the present, but also archiving things, keeping a note, keeping a track. It's good for so many different reasons. Like, for one, if you experience health problems, keeping a track of a diary, it can for one tell you what your symptoms are over the course of a period of time, and the longer you keep the diary, the more you can see, like, maybe see patterns or see if they get better or worse, and then also you can see how the symptoms have made you like change, how you feel, and that can be I don't know. Like, I think sometimes when you have any illness or symptoms, you can feel like, you know, you know, it's why am I making such a big deal about it? Like, other people have worse symptoms than me or worse life circumstances. But if you look at your diary, and obviously some people can feel very happy and still have symptoms, but I think at a baseline, if you're experiencing symptoms and when they're the most severe, your diary is going to tell you how you were feeling. And you know, like, you on a symptom-free day versus you on a symptomy day, not the same. And that's why you wanna be able to get the treatment you need and the therapy, the whatever, or the accommodations. Anyway, that's a fucking tangent. Just write things down. You keep a note of what's happened to you, what you've done, what's not happened to you even, and it's just good for yeah. The fuck is this? What do you mean? Talking to a friend about reincarnation, and I just realized I may have been an eel. I was obsessed with eels at one point. Wonderful animal. Relaying badly remembered signs. Piracy. Ethics of teaching hearing people sign language when you're hearing. Not good. But I would argue, as a hearing person, if I just teach other hearing people the alphabet, in one way, because it helps me sometimes, because if they just know a little bit about it, like in the past when I used to get really bad panic attacks, I could sign to my friends, like, I don't know, like panic, I don't know, like, it did help me, it served a function, so, but also, the more we share, like, our knowledge of different things, it's a nice way to connect with people, but also, I'm not overstepping any bounds, I don't think. I really doubt any deaf person is gonna find a problem with me just sharing the alphabet with people, because it would encourage them to learn more, you'd hope. And also, if they did remember it and continued to learn more BSL, it means that if they encounter a deaf person, they're more likely to communicate. Anyway, that's just... My point here was that I was teaching my friends some signs about queer signs, and they were like, and I was like, piracy. Piracy! How many great loves have I had in the past? How many great loves have I had in the past? Like, not only in this life, I've had quite a few loves, great loves, like people that I've felt so many strong emotions about, but also in my past lives. If I was an eel in a past life, did I have a great eel lover? Did I have many? Was I a slutty eel? Or was I a very, focused eel, and I just had one other eel that I loved? Or what if I fell in love with a frog and I was an eel? Anyway, if I was a dog, I probably had a lot of great loves. I would have fallen in love with the other dogs that lived in my household, or the cats maybe, or obviously the people. So apparently, like, I thought this section this year would be more, but no. Let's see. There are some... She is so beautiful, like a mermaid. A siren. Oh my god, this is so funny. She sent me a TikTok. Not the same person. I was telling my friend about this girl who I was in love with. But my friend sent me a TikTok. Me trying to convince my friends to platonically make out with each other. And then did she mention this? But now I'm questioning my memory because I have no memory of this. I mean, I wrote it down. I don't think I'd lie to myself. Mention how queer platonic relationships are great. Friendships can be interesting. I think another thing is she says I'm cool all the time, and that makes me happy because I think she's cool too. Apparently there was 1 month in our friendship at one point where she thought, oh my god, maybe Ian. And then she met her, and then I introduced her to my other friend. Yeah, boy. Wrong time. Wrong place. Right people, wrong time. Wrong people. Anyway. I was braiding her hair at the another friend. I was braiding her hair at the library. Why did I not write more about my time in Bristol? I do have more. Anyway. What the fuck is your problem? Wow, I was very emotional. So, not me relating to Ida in her flashbacks and how her curse affects her relationships with people, and when she when Hootie screams and is generally dramatic, I relate so much. I'm very good at burning bridges and blocking people. Yeah, I am good at that. Wow, that is very dramatic. Reflecting on Dolly Parton inspired vignette workshop. What the fuck was that? What was I on about? Connie. I haven't spoken to her in ages. Wow. Where are my memories? Oh my god. Love Temple. Wow. So that was a fun time. I'm sorry. Sorry, well, anyway, game time over. Back to finish weird place names. Okay. I'm gonna do a part 2.